Hello everybody, my name is Al Person. Now if you've not seen the introductory videos to this one, be sure you see the introductory video because it'll make a lot of sense. Hey, now you can see my face a little bit, and this is just a very quick shot that I'm going to take, which is supplemental to the video adjoining it, probably after it. I'm not sure exactly how I'll put these down. Now I am just sitting outside of, not far from where I live, actually where I run every day. And this is a very historic location because behind me is Botany Bay. Botany Bay. Now I'm going to move aside, and approximately where I'm sitting now, you'll notice the horizon kind of dipping. You can actually see a plane there. Let's see. It's right there. Now that area, let's just give you a slightly better view, is, there you go, where I'm circling. You just saw the bike roll by. This is so amateurish, but that's okay. That is Cornell. And on the other side of that is where Captain Cook landed when he came to this country. There's actually a memorial out there, and I might even ride out there, take a picture, and add it into something here so you can see that. Now, this area here is very flat, and it's just wonderful. Now, behind me, off to this side, is the place where the sun rose. Well, the place is where I observed the sunrise this morning, and it's now a bit chilly, where in the summertime, the sun would rise directly behind where I'm sitting down in that sort of Cornell window. But as the winter approaches, then it moves kind of this way, and that's really amazing. Now this morning, it was past the full moon. The full moon was 2 days ago, and this is actually historically when Israel would have had its Passover. The full moon appeared in the morning. The sun would appear behind me, and then looking in front where I am looking up, you could see the full moon because the sun illuminated that side of the moon. And it's just really kind of wonderful what happens when you see that take place. Now we know exactly where the sun and the moon are because thanks to orbital mechanics and the understanding of the elliptical orbits, we know to the actual second just exactly where they are. And some would say, well, the sun and the moon is unpredictable. It does a little dance. No, folks, the moon is totally predictable, and we know all the arithmetic that's involved. Now, a couple of years ago, I was running, and it was quite early in the morning, and I noticed people looking up. I said, oh, why do people look up? You know, it's a good thing to do anyways. But they pointed to 4 heavenly bodies in a row. And of course, that was a planetary alignment. Now, that planetary alignment of those 4 bodies is, we knew it was happening. They knew it was happening. They probably saw it in the paper, heard it on the news. But the calculated position is absolutely known to just to the smallest percentage of a degree because of orbital mechanics, because we worked it out fully. It's an interesting thing that flat earthers have no arithmetic that matches that. It's like the only reason a flat earther would know that that those planets aligned is because they read it in the newspaper, and the newspaper, or it's on the internet, and that all came from orbital mechanics calculations, which is really just quite wonderful. So down here in the back, let me see. There's actually a church group baptizing somebody in the back there, which is really fascinating. And over on this side is my area where I exercise, and then I kind of run past in the morning. Now, what I have done here, and this is really interesting, is you can see in the same place where Cornell was, again, it still is there, by the way, this little area down here, is a place where oil tankers dock. And it's just quite interesting watching those massive tankers dock there. And when I've done this a couple of times, when the massive tanker docks, even with the naked eye, I've come to this place and you can see reasonably well, you can see the tanker. Then I go right down along the water, get as low as I can to where my eye is just right there, because Dave will tell you that he believes that the water doesn't bulge, you know, due to the curvature of the earth. Well, when you get down that low, the lower parts of the tanker are no longer visible. Why? Because they're obscured by water. And of course, that falls directly within the curvature arithmetic that we know so well. The nice thing about this bay here is that it is large enough that you can see the impact of the curvature in the water from one beach to the other. It's quite easy to see, but of course you can't make out the detail. Anyone who claims that they can actually see the curvature itself needs to be able to read a license plate at 600 paces or 1,000 paces or something. That's just not possible. But you can see its impact. You can see its influence quite easily. You know, you can look along when you get when you're up high. You can see the brown of the beach across the bay. But when you get down low, you can no longer see that because it's obscured by water. Now, you can't make out the detail, but you can certainly see the line. So that's really fascinating. So this video will look a little different image-wise and audio-wise. That's okay. It's supplemental to another one that I have done. So I really hope you enjoy this one. Now again, if you have just happened on this video, you'll need to look at the introduction because it's one of a number, first theological and then observational about the curvature of the Earth and the spherical nature of the Earth and so on. So this has just been a supplementary video number. I don't know what number, but it's supplementary to the videos next to it. My name is Al Person. Come back again soon for the next video in the playlist.